fighters have come out and they're trashing the BMF title. And I'm trying to figure out where that comes from, because as a piece of marketing, this was a grand slam. I mean, this caught mainstream attention. The Rock was talking about it, to the point that The Rock is now coming to the event to put the BMF title belt around the winner's waist. I mean, that's a big deal. Not for nothing, you guys might be wrestling fan. The Rock's just a regular guy to some of you because you see him at the events. That's about as big of a star as it gets, right? When you're talking about a level of marketing and to catch the most successful movie star in the business. Oh, and by the way, not just to get him to comment about it, get him to change his schedule and come and participate and be part. I mean, there's no argument here that this worked. That's the point that I'm trying to make. There's no argument that it worked. But why a disdain for it? Now, there is another side, and I am removed from the sport. So I have to try to time warp myself back. And when you want a title so bad, when you want a title opportunity so bad, and they're so hard to come by, and all of a sudden, not only is there a title up, but it also comes with a caveat that this will never be done again. Now, this will never be done again. A quote from the boss. That was meant as his tip of the hat to go, look, I realize there's something silly here, but there's also something special here. There's also something fun, and we're going to make it special, and we're going to have a little fun. But I don't want to make a dent in any credibility to the organization. It's a one-time deal. That's what was meant to be heard, and that was what was meant to be interpreted, was meant to happen. What accidentally was a consequence was, wait a minute, not only do these guys get a title shot, you're telling me one of them is going to set a record that can never be replaced. Not only will one of these guys leave there with a belt, leave there with a meaningful place in history, there's no opportunity for him to ever lose it. And now you see where the jealousy or the resentment starts to set in. That's a real thing. Some people are afraid to admit when they're envious or jealous of somebody. It's okay to admit it. There's a reason it's one of the world's 7 deadly sins. It's a very powerful thing. It's as good motivation as anything. There's nothing wrong with a guy in the back being hungry and wanting his opportunity. That's what it's about. They're prize fighting. But I don't know that I'm wrong in my analysis that it is from anything other than envy. You'll hear people say jealous. People always get jealousy and envy wrong. Jealousy is the corrupt desire to have what somebody else has. Envy is the corrupt desire to protect something that you have. People always get those ones wrong. It's actually envy. But it's very cool. And it worked. And yes, one of them will have a title that they can never lose.
Gucci